Hey, top of the hour to you. I have rested. I have energy. I've slept. And I didn't get a chance to get up early out of the bed, which is perfect because I didn't want to get up early. Went to bed a little bit late, maybe around 12:30ish. That seems to be my sweet spot, but my workout yesterday was insanely tough in a shorter amount of time. I'm so glad I got done what I wanted to get done. It was like, I don't know, I can't describe it. So I'm looking forward to doing it again. This is kind of called myo reps. So if you look this up, you're going to have different things that you're going to be doing with your rep range. Whereas you'll build it up about 5 to 15 reps till you're about failure. Then you're going to, as soon as you're like kind of starting to get to that failure, you're going to wait. You're going to come back and do another 3 to 5. It's kind of a little screwy. But I wish I was so much more content, quality given here on this channel, but I'm just not. Just because I'm just like a journal entry every day. So if you're wondering what I'm eating today, it's always fruit. But here's the type of fruit I'm eating. I've done this before where I made this blueberry lemon smoothie. And if you put enough honey in it, it is truly delicious. It is some of the most delicious. I like just slurping on the whole morning, whatever. But I think I still had ulcer issues, so I could not consume it as much because I start having those pains. A little bit different about me right now. I keep taking this H. pylori thing and everything like that. And slowly but surely, I'm eating more and more food. And slowly but surely, I'm also able to eat acidic things. I think like the most acidic thing that I've consumed is probably the tangerines, and this is going to be like a game up from there. So why do I advocate? Why am I trying lemons? Oh, I didn't even tell you how I eat the lemon. So I take my blender. I take a quarter's worth of it. I was eating a whole lemon before. I'm only taking a quarter's worth of it now. I took a half apple. I blend those with a little bit of water in there to make sure that it doesn't stick. Take that contents, pour it into my hot pan, let that just kind of simmer a little bit, and I put blueberries and strawberries in there. Cover the lid, 5 minutes on medium heat. And then when it's done, I put it into this nice little bowl that I have here. And I get some honey, and I sprinkle the honey on top, and we're ready to go. I mean, that's how it goes. And so I'm already getting like pump. I can't tell you how I'm going to feel later. I don't know. So you're like, you just throw in lemon, you eat the peeling and everything, maybe even the seeds. Like, yeah. There is a compound inside of it, a flavonoid, that is extremely beneficial for clearing out the liver. It's like in the whole lemon. I don't know if it's like parts of it are in like just the juice. Like maybe you can just extract the juice. But I will say this for sure. I don't want to miss out on any of the action. And I reviewed this from Dr. Berg's video yesterday. But I'd already seen one of his before. I don't think he talked about that flavonoid. But I'm definitely... And there's not even just that. I wish he would have spoke about the other stuff. There's like other big key ingredients that are inside vitamin C. Well, not inside vitamin C. Inside of lemon, like vitamin C. But here I am. Eating the peel and all. And so, I'm doing this morning. I can't believe I'm not even sharing what I've done yesterday, but I'm doing that this morning. And there's a regimen. If you haven't noticed, I'm making these videos every single day. If you're watching them, great. Thank you. I understand. If they're too long-winded, it's a journal entry. So I'm doing this every single day. Then I'm making a video every single day. What is happening in my whole system? If you're following, I'm creating a diet, a lifestyle I'm eating at the same time every day. So I'm regulating my body. Like, this is something that I learned from Dr. Lyon. And Gabrielle Lyon. I was like, I never remember her first name. Now, I don't like all of her content she's spouting. I thought I could be like, oh, okay, she's just a hot chick, but she's got brains. She does have brains. Don't get me wrong on that. Like, there's some things there she could blow me out of the water with. But there's a caveat. There's still some things there too that I would pull back and maybe question and say, well, why aren't you like speaking about it on this level? Because there's like, like the body is so nuanced that any of these gurus that sit up here like they're holier than thou, even me, we don't know the whole picture, especially as it pertains to you as the individual. But I did like one of her steps or methods that she used, or she said, for establishing. She said you can do it with any diet. And her first step for like the success of all this was to build a consistent schedule of when you eat. And the schedule she gave, and I've been telling you guys this for like the last couple of weeks, that I just stumbled on it. This was a natural acquisition versus, and I mean, you all know, I've not been on this video this consistent for this long with this kind of level of energy. I just worked out like crazy yesterday. I had an insane workout, but I refueled my body. Thank God I refueled it. But I've been in a fortunate position to be able to do that. That's the gratitude for today. I mean, my goodness. But I have been consistently eating these fruits, types of fruits, different fruit, hydration fruits. Like she brought that up too, which was interesting. Every day. And then you also know that I eat this fruit meal and I don't eat, again, to the later parts of the day. So I'm not snacking. I'll eat if I eat any kind of food in between, it'll be fruit again. And there's a reason why I pick fruit all the time for maybe there's a hunger craving. I don't know if it's a hunger craving. Maybe it's a boring craving. But I consume the fruit because it's so fast in information. This is an instant absorber in the body. I mean, it's just like, ooh, your body's like, oh, let me take it and do something with it. I'm eating this lemon, and it's going to be a hyper absorber. So it's probably going to get right into that liver and start working and cleaning and scrubbing it. And I try to take some emphasis, and I've been wanting to do things like this with my body. I just haven't been able to because of this ulcer. It's terrible. It would be terrible whenever I'm consuming things. Now I'm in a state where I feel like I've got vitamin C that's been going there consistently every day. And it's probably bit by bit trying to repair everything up. Oh, and I'm starting to run low on storage. I thought I got rid of all this stuff. You know what? Let me do this. Maybe there's something in the bin. 57 items. Bye. Maybe that'll help. So anyways, yeah, let me just keep eating this. So fingers crossed. Now my body, my mitochondria respond well to all of this nourishment. And I also went to the store yesterday, got my pickled beets and sauerkraut that is so delicious. So delicious. Oh my gosh. I don't think it even had a kick to it today or yesterday. And I put I got my bread, I put my avocado on it, put that on top, and it was boom! Out of this world good. So good. Oh. And then I didn't know me eating fruit like this is all prebiotic. So it just feeds my gut microbacteria. And I have some other stuff that's prebiotic because I do want to keep I want to keep the colony together. I want to nourish them. I nourish them. They nourish me. Talked with my business partner yesterday on the phone. He seemed like he was a little distraught, pissed off, maybe because he feels like I'm after him. Hey, I go off of testimony, words, comments, whatever you say, and I'm gonna hold you to that to see your action. And then when I don't, I'm gonna follow up. I didn't tell him that, but like that's my thing. Don't flake. And he said he just came back from DC and wants to talk today around noon time. So I'm like, all right, give him a call at noon time. We're going to see what he has to say. We're going to see how much he's holding back. We're going to see how scattered he is. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But when you've got 30, 50, maybe potentially $100,000 a month sitting on the shelf, what the else are you going to be doing? Look, if you just wanted to sit back and run around and play silly all over the place and not have any damn purpose in life, that's fine too. Give over the operation to somebody else and let them give you a kickback. That's the art of having a business. But he's not even doing that. So I'm like, I've got to figure out where he's at on this landscape. And this ain't the first time. I'm going to tell you something that I learned from, and I'm not sure what this gentleman's name is because they always do this on Diary of a CEO, and I don't like it. I don't like it on any channel. When they're featuring somebody that we want to learn from, or maybe there's a guest that's on there, they always put you this catchy clickbait title and then something on the thumbnail to lure you in. However, they never tell you the name of the people that they're interviewing. So one of the things you have to do as a viewer is go back and click the damn video or look down into the descriptions line. That's a waste of time. You shouldn't do that to the viewer. But he said this. I always tell you I have to go back and look at my quote or look at the quotes. But I want to see if I can remember this one. I gotta see if I can get it. The ability to endure rejection produces success. So I'm going to say that again. The ability to endure rejection produces success. That is the equation. You're going to be met with a lot of resistance on any endeavor that you're choosing, but if it's something worth doing, like let's say when I say worth, you're enjoying just the activity, like that's something that you know you're good at, and you can make a lot of money. If you're going to do that, you're going to have to go through the gauntlet to get there. In my own career pathway, hell, even he established this over all matrices, like all different categories, like love, romance, all these things that people don't want to put in work and effort and be rejected from. Knowing that, like, his situation is that when you get rejected and you keep getting rejected, you're only improving your odds to when you don't get it rejected. And you got to think, that is the golden coin of success. So it's success in relationships, it's success in finance, success in making YouTube channels. It's like I'm consistently doing this, whether or not I'm getting rejected from all of you as the viewers. But I wouldn't like that, but I continue on. Sour pieces. So, he says that I'm persistently going through this. I've talked with other people. Like I said, I've had continuous rejections on visions that I have for people in their businesses. And don't think it's like I just come across as too aggressive or something like that. I will push and I'll say like, this ain't for you. You don't vision this for your life. If you're not going to do it, I don't want to waste any time with you. Because I can easily find probably a good camp that is willing to do this. I thought of a situation today, but I think there's always already something made. I think somebody's got this already built out. But it's something with creating a vessel and putting it on the water that'll help navigate without having any turbulence, which I think would be pretty cool to have as an option to go out to sea. Not bad. Not bad. So, anyways, did that. I also volunteered over at my child's child's school for like probably 4 hours. I'd say about 4 hours. Got a lot of work done. Some of it seemed like really silly. Like I'm just sitting there like, how is this not more together and finished and complete? Like, but I didn't care, I was just like, it seemed like it was taking forever on some things, but I was there. I was volunteering. I did what I could, and all the ladies were happy. There's no men there. It's so weird. It's like I feel like I'm going to like some little, I don't know. There's something that this other individual speaks about is that the decline in this male involvement is creating a culture that is one-sided and locked to one-sided. And what it does is it creates, you start to lose these role model type figures in certain systems. So as a man or you're a boy and you're trying to look up to a role model for somebody that you can relate to, it's no different from the female figure not having anyone to look up to for some kind of guidance or just, mentorship for yourself, spirituality. If you don't have these figures in place that you can reference to or look towards, you then are kind of lost. It kind of creates a self-identity crisis or a little bit, but it's subconscious. It fosters certain types of relationships into the world. So, for example, there's a relationship dynamic that is different between a male and their boy and the mother and the boy. This is common. We know this. It's been studied for a long time. The Oedipus complex, all this weird it's different. But because there's this difference, it definitely helps like these men's clubs or these workshops, these men's workshops to try to get boys back to their malehood. And it's odd. You would think it seems so silly that we would have to go that route, but society has become that way. So I kind of really support these things. My ex her boyfriend is like this. He spearheads these types of workshops. I haven't been a part of it. It's nothing that I'm interested in, but it's nothing that I would say is a bunch of BS either. I think it would definitely be something. I mean, he's loaded. I mean, I don't know if he's just cashing in on the whole experience, but I have no idea. All I know is that there's certain things that you got to figure out as an individual as you're getting older and you're just leveling up. And it depends on how, when, where you want to level up as far as how far you're going to make it in these progress slips. Because, I mean, there's like tons of different things that you can be doing and getting better at. I got better at gaming, which doesn't translate very much over into the physical world. Like, there's a spiritual world, there's a digital world, and then there's a physical world. And gaming didn't overlap well with the physical. Granted, there's people that are making money off of Discord channels and stuff like that with gaming. I could probably do that, and I was like a type gamer. I might do it for one of these video games that I'm playing, so we'll see. I just don't really know. Like I only play the game with my daughter, so there's not much. I'd rather have somebody with me because I like being on an adventure with somebody. Like, what the hell are we gonna choose here? It's geeking out on games in a different way, but entertaining the psyche. I can play a game, not make any kind of eye movements, facial movements, and run through that damn thing and just drink like chocolate milk. Because at the end of the day, you're pressing buttons to make decisions. That's all it is. It's just functionality. I'm rambling on, I can tell. Look, oh yeah, and I talked with the girlfriend yesterday. I say she's my girlfriend, but even though there's no official titles, I don't know why I do that. Yeah, just a long conversation about random stuff. We talked about this, that. Kind of sent me a weird message last night. I didn't know, feel like, what the hell? Talking about this thing, but I didn't know. Maybe I just don't understand what she was talking about with the topic. It's fine. It's a mute point and throw it in the trash. But oddly enough, I had this exact same thing that got odd with a different partner of mine. Like, it's like a glitch. I don't know if it's people that get vaccinated. And if you're one of those, I applaud you for being so damn brave, because it's a lot of bravery to go into that and compromising your body, your life, and the people that are surrounding you. I think you guys, if you thought that through and decided to still take on the challenge, bravo to you for being so brave. But at the same time, it's definitely can be a consequence for everyone else that has to associate with you on that level. So I didn't get the vax. But I've always had a partner that's got a vax. I'm like, why can't I find somebody that hasn't been touched by this thing? And then I have to go get testing. Hell, my health has been in slight declines after that whole situation. It's like every time I meet a partner that had some of that, and then we get physical, right? Sexual. Next thing you know, I'm busy going to the damn doctor trying to get tested, because I'm like, I don't feel right. I feel wrong. Like, and everybody says, oh, it's doing this. It does this with the virus. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't really care. I just knew that with the limited amount of testing involved, I didn't need to make such a groundbreaking decision for my life. Like, somebody was like, well, what about yourself? What about your loved ones? I'm like, they're just trying to get you to justify an action that they justified. That's all that is. Because they rationalized it, and that was the compelling reason. Like, I actually did it for the exact same reason. I just did it opposite. How about the people that are freaking that your family members you got to take care of? You got to make a decision. So you incapacitate yourself so that you can't help them or yourself. You're ruined at that level. You yourself are no longer helping anyone. And because if you got it, then what the heck? You're preventing it from getting somebody else getting it? Well, that's not what this mechanism was really geared up to do. It's like they tried to pressure people into these different things, where what it would do is damn near bring on the plague. You definitely would get it. And if the person that was getting one too, that was getting this antivirus, I don't like to use too many words so I don't get slammed on the algorithms. But if they also got the damn thing, then they were compromised and almost receiving it. Like the statistics kept showing up. If you got the jab, then you also got the freaking disease. So I don't know. It all made pretty clear sense to me why I didn't want to make a decision. There's nothing compelling for me to say I better get this or else. Nothing. The only thing that was pushy was a social narrative, a propaganda push. That was the only thing that I felt was like, well, everyone's getting it, you gotta get it too. How are you gonna? And then they hit you with the health consciousness. Well, how are you gonna do that to you? How are you gonna do that to your loved one? Like, there's all this guilt pressure. Like, look, ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, maybe they could play that game with somebody else, but I'm a Sigma. Sigmas don't operate off of that. We analyze the shit to death, and that one was more easier than I thought. I just didn't understand how other people weren't able to make that same decision. But again, we're under different programming. We all are. So I don't want to guilt anyone. I'm just saying it's so damn hard to find a partner that does not do this. Even in the health community, even in the spirituality community, they all got the jab. I was talking with my naturopathic. We're one of the only two. Feels like you're only two walking around on the planet. She didn't get it. I didn't get it. I'm like, damn, well, I was like, where can we find our people? She's like, oh, no, they all got it. She's like, everybody in our community got it. I was like, what? What are you going to do? So anyways, I'm beating up a dead horse there. It's 24 minutes in. I'm just wondering, because now my partner that I'm playing with right now, that I'm enjoying, she is doing some of the same weird, like they highlight something, and there's like a mental glitch on the content or the topic that you'll be discussing. And somebody's like, well, give us some context, man. Tell us what the hell's going on, LB. All right, so I'll tell you. She basically brought up this thing about draft, and the company spells it a different way. It's spelled like draft, like a D-R-A-G or D-R-A-U-G-H-T. So it's a different way to say draft. It's the old British way versus saying draft, D-R-A-F-T. And we were kind of joking I was on the phone where I was like, you know what? They should have made that simple for customers. It's like, just put it draft instead of calling it something weird. And then you try to autocorrect everybody for calling it drought. Everyone's going to call it drought anyways, because we're just silly people. But even if it's technically meant to be said draft, and I believe it's supposed to be said the way the guy's saying it. It's just, he just made a really silly error. But then she kept highlighting how it could be draft. I'm like, it probably is. I'm not just agreeing with you for the fuck of it. I'm saying it's about 1,000,000,000% sure that it is said, it's pronounced draft. Whatever. This went kind of lengthy on the phone. I'm not arguing with you. I think it's pronounced draft. I'm start to think do people think I'm just agreeable all the damn time? No. This is fucking annoying. Then I get the text later, and she sends me this thing about with Google pronouncing it. She's like, it is spelled draft. And I was like, yeah, I believe that already. And she's like, I didn't know that it was spelled that. This is crazy. I'm like, why would you think the guy was... And then I said something, I don't know, to the effect of, I was like, well... yeah, but I'm still going to put up a position about how the customers are going to call it drought. I'm going to give them about it anyways. I didn't graduate from PCU. Basically indicating that I didn't come from politically correct university. So that I'm using the word right or wrong. And she writes back, no, the owner was right. It is pronounced draft. I didn't know it was like that all along. I was like, I know. What? I'm having a weird conversation at this point. I don't deal intellectually very well with weird occasions where we're talking about we're beating a horse that's it ain't got no meat on it anymore. And I don't deal well with those kind of things. Because I'll start to red flag things. I'm like, what's fucking wrong with her? And so I had to do something like this with the recent ex. We had something, I can't remember what it was, but the topic was we kept going over and over it. And I'm like, yeah. Am I saying this correctly? Am I not, do I sound wrong right now? What's happening right now? It's a weird glitch going on. A mental glitch, the communication we're not communicating well. Anyways, I don't want to beat this dead horse up. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you ever run into that occurrence with somebody else and you're repeating things, and they're just they're hyper focused or they lock in on something. I don't know what to tell you. Good luck, navigate it. But I don't know. My day is kind of not filled. I'm thinking about going for a nice bike ride. The weather is so cool. I think I might go early and go do it. I wasn't gonna do it, but now I'm thinking I will because I put on my bike shorts. I'm looking forward to my freaking day. But again, my diet that I didn't tell. Did I say it? Did I say this correctly? I eat fruit. Then I wait till the mid part of the day. Eat a big ass meal. Wait. I may not eat any fruit in between that time frame. It's probably another 3 to 4 hours. I have my dinner, the big ass dinner, and I eat cookies and stuff during my big meals. I eat different things, whatever I feel like. But I can't eat in too much excess because it's so much you can put in your body in one sitting. But I do that and then I'm done for the day. I cut off the evening regimen. That so far has been working. It's regulated. It's regulating me. My system is going, okay, we have something here. Keep going. I'm praying and hoping that this is going to help cleanse out my liver even more. I'm just looking forward to life. Comments, questions, anything, topics you want to talk about, conspiracy, it doesn't matter. I love to talk. So I will talk with you later. I'll make another good video for Sunday. And I may make some more videos today. Don't know. Don't really, just kind of thrown up. I'm sure she's going to try to probably ask me about things I want to do this evening. And I don't want to do anything. I want to chill here with you guys. All right. Love you. Thank you for watching. Peace.